Alright, hello everybody. So I've been playing a lot with this fixative, this low odor clear finish by Krylon. This is the gloss version. And I also have the matte version. Um, and what I'm finding is that this fixative is actually changing the colors of my work. And it actually deepens the colors, kind of darkens the darks and makes the color pop a little bit more. And so I want to test it again and just show you how this is working. And we're going to test it on this point painting right here. Okay, so this is a 12 by 16 portrait I did of my niece, and I did this last summer. So I did it in June of last year. So it's been 14 months, just sitting out, just like this. It's not behind glass. There's no fixative on it. It's an oil pastel, but underneath there's nupastel. So there's nupastel, and then a workable fixative, and then a couple layers of oil pastel, and that's the top layers here. Okay, and I'll show you that it's no fixative. You can see there's no gloss or anything on it. And like I said, it's just been sitting out in my studio. You've probably seen it in other videos I have here on my YouTube channel. And it's just been sitting out and drying. And so it's been out for 14 months, like I said, and it is completely dry. Totally dry to the touch. Oops, my little alarm clock's going off. Gotta turn that off. Okay. So if I run my hands here, I get just a little bit of that dry pigment coming up. But other than that, it is completely dry. So what I want to do here is I want to protect this completely, and I'm going to put this low odor clear finish on it. And you're going to see that it does change the colors. It will darken things. It will make the darks a little bit darker, and it will make the colors pop more vibrant, I guess is a good thing to say about it. All right, so let's test it out. Okay, so I have it outside, and you can see I have it propped up. So I'm just going to do some heavy applications of this. I think 2 heavy applications of this fixative, and then we'll see how it looks. Shake it up a little bit, spray off, and then just go for it. Now it is a little windy, so I have to get a little bit closer to it. Okay. And this painting again has a nupastel underpainting. Oh, my dog's here. I'm going to stop spraying here in a sec. Let's try it again. It's really windy here. Trying to see if there's any dry spots. Alright, so that's a really heavy application. Alright, let's let that dry. I'm going to let that dry for a good 15 minutes, probably 20 minutes, and I'll be back with it, see how it looks. Okay, so that just dried up. And I waited about 15 minutes, and it is dry to the touch. And if I go down to a lower angle, you can see the gloss is building up on it. So, and there's no pigment coming up. I'm going to go ahead and put a second application on it, and then we'll see how it looks after that. Alright, so here we go. I gotta work quick, the wind is really blowing here, so. So one thing I'm noticing as I'm doing this is that you get a little bit of cloudiness as it builds up, and you can see that right here in the hair. You can see a little bit of cloudiness, but it does dry clear. So if you're seeing that, you're using this stuff and you see that and you're starting to panic, don't worry, it will dry clear. Alright, just making sure I got nice even coverage. I don't want to see any spots where it's drier than other spots. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty even. Alright, so we're going to let that dry good 15 minutes, and that should be it. I don't think I'm going to do any more after that. Alright, so let that dry for 15 minutes. Alright guys, it is done, and it is completely dry and protected. And you can see the gloss. I can kind of shoot an angle shot. You see the gloss there on it. And colors are definitely popped. Like, it looks more vibrant, and the darks look deeper, and I can just see more of the color, honestly, because it really is so vibrant. It really pops. It really changes the painting, enhances it quite a bit. And that is this low odor clear finish Krylon. That's the gloss version. They do have a matte. I've also used this one. Does similar, the same thing. And I remember I did it on this one, and it really deepened the darks here and really popped the color, especially these pinks and the greens and just the light and everything. It really just popped out more, enhanced it. And so this is a good fixative to use for oil pastel. And not only that, it's good on any surface, because I've tried it on a panel, no problem. I've tried it on paper, different kinds of paper, with no problem. And this particular one has that nupastel underpainting, which is a hard pastel. So I use that nupastel first, and then I did a workable fixative. I used this Krylon workable fixative on top of the nupastel, and then I did a couple layers of oil pastel, and that's what you see here. So this stuff is awesome. I highly recommend it. And it's nice to find a fixative that is going to protect your work, and now I don't have to frame this behind glass, because that's what I was thinking I would need to do. I'd have to get a custom cut piece of glass and use some spacers and kind of, would frame this behind glass. Now I can just use this, and I don't have to frame behind glass, and it is totally protected. All right. So there you had it. I did 2 heavy applications with that stuff. I waited a good 15 minutes between each application, and then waited a good 20 minutes for that final one, and then I was able to, it was dry enough to touch. So you guys, if you're trying to, I know I talk about fixative a lot, but it's one of the hurdles with oil pastel is trying to protect your artwork, because it's not an easy medium to try to figure out how you're going to protect it. The traditional way is just to frame behind glass, but as you can see, I've tested this several times on several different paintings, and this is a good alternative for just protecting your work. And so that's why I talk a lot about fixative, and there's going to be several videos on it, and I'm going to keep talking about it because I'm going to keep testing it as I progress. But I'm fairly confident with this. I've done enough tests on it, and I've showed you guys that, and this is a good fixative to use. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more updates about more videos about fixatives, but thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day.